Welcome back, fellow trophy hunters, platinum getters, and YouTube enthusiasts. Today, we take on the poor man's Deadspace, the Callisto Protocol. There are difficulty trophies attached to this game, so we need to play the game on maximum security difficulty, which honestly isn't as hard as you would think it sounds. I thought this was going to be some survival horror game, but honestly, it felt more like an action game with some gruesome deaths. This game has some of the same talent that made the Dead Space games. I've not played Dead Space yet, so I wanted to play Callisto Protocol first before I played Dead Space, so I can kind of compare them. I heard Dead Space is actually great horror, or has great horror moments, I should say. It's actually scary exploring the world. And honestly, in Callisto Protocol, I never really felt scared. And I think it's because they just don't have any build up to anything. They're just constantly throwing shit at you. Maybe the real horror is how much health and other stuff they give you and the small amount of places to sell that stuff. Anyway, let's get into the platinum journey of Callisto Protocol. We play as Jacob, and that's our buddy Max, the co-pilot in this journey. The one thing I will say about this game is the graphics are top-notch. Our boy Max tells us that we should go check on the cargo, and since we are the captain, it's our civil duty to go check it out. Once we get to the cargo and it's all nice and good, it seems we have been boarded by space pirates, which unlocks our first trophy, the Outer Way.
The Outer Way? Yeah, I'm guessing.
Now, searching for the perpetrators who did this, we look over and we see them. I guess we're playing a game of hide and seek, and we're really good at this game. Now, we need to run to the safe zone. However, this beautiful Asian goddess has different plans and tries to kill us. Look, just because we got to the pre-zone and won the game, doesn't mean you have to kill us. Well, let's try to inject these losers into space. However, she shoots the glass on our ship, and now our ship's in bad condition. We need to climb up to our seat and try to fly this bad boy into safety. However, we crash land on this planet.
Coming in hot! Who's the anti-graphs? Already at maximum! We're not gonna make it! Yes, we are! Watch out! Hold on! Brace for impact!
However, our co-pilot Max didn't make it. Not even enough time to grieve him. James Franco's brother walks in and says we need to go with him. Wait a minute, it's that sore loser from before. Apparently we're both being put under arrest, and a part of that is getting the Black Iron introduction. I do just gotta mention one more time how great this game looks and how the scenes do look amazing. Now that we continue with the Black Iron introduction, it comes with getting a health bar inserted to the back of our neck. Thanks for the health boost, Doc. Really appreciate it. Getting that health bar injected took a lot out of us, so we wake up from our nap and we see that the prison is in disarray and chaos. With that being said, it looks like someone forgot to lock our door, so let's enjoy our freedom. Then we hear another guest calling to us. His name's Elias, and he says he has a plan to get us out of here. He offers us a peace treaty of the prison, which is a shiv. Everyone knows that. And that unlocks our next trophy, Desperate Times.
Open myself from there. My name's Elias, by the way. Jacob. Don't lose it, Jacob. Might just save your life.
Now we get to put this shiv to use that our friend gave us. You're going to be using this a lot through your journey, so get used to this animation. Now it's time to let him out. However, before we can let him out, there's a rival gang, and they want to cause some beef. We show them how to step up, and we do some dance moves to dodge them. We throw them off the ledge. Now we get into the real challenge of an infected enemy. Now, this part for me was kind of disappointing. Like, you don't even get any type of reaction out of Jacob. Like, bro, you're seeing a creature from hell in front of you, and you act like this is an everyday occurrence? I don't know, it just kind of felt off, and it made me feel like enemies weren't supposed to be frightening or scary. The good news is, while we fight this guy, we destroy this guy's limbs, and we earn another trophy, Flesh Wound. Now, let's talk about the combat before we continue. I hate it and love it at the same time. Like, it's fun dodging and weaving and not getting hit. Unfortunately, other enemies can attack you at the same time. If there's one behind you and another in front of you, it's pretty much game over on the highest difficulty. It gets easier in the game when you have more options that you unlock, but when you just have the melee weapon, it's hard to deal with a crowd of enemies. Like I said, I don't know how Dead Space plays, but I got to imagine the combat is better than this. And obviously this is going to be a spoiler for Trophy Horror Fest, but one of the videos I'm going to do is a Dead Space remake to see which game I preferred playing. Now, if you got to this point in the video, please like and subscribe. I'm hoping the Trophy Horror Fest helps me hit the 500 sub goal by the end of the year. Alright, now that I did my little shameless plugging, let's get back into the game. Also, I just gotta mention, the death scenes are insane. So crazy. Now we have to sneak past James Franco's brother. Unfortunately, he spots us, but we turn the tables on him. We have the power of the shiv, and wait to see what its magic's capable of. The infected tackle James Franco's brother out of the building. Now, we get to reunited with our friend Elias. I also gotta mention how I love this. Like, I'm like over here, he's like, come on, man. And like, we were just, the prison's overrun and it's infected and everything. And I'm over here like, man, I gotta freaking just get everything. He's like, oh, what are you doing back there? I'm like, obviously, I'm looting, dude. Do you understand what I'm about to do? Hardest difficulty? Not New Game Plus or anything like that. I gotta get what I can get. Elias finds some material, which gives us the ability to print out a weapon. And since we're here, let's also upgrade a weapon as well, which will earn us 2 trophies, Paper Jam and Reforge. You know Elias is a real one when he's giving us the gun, but then you can't help but to figure out, wait, this man's gonna make me do everything while he's relaxing by the computer.
Please operate responsibly.
Yeah, I was right. Elias sends us out on a death mission, and his reasoning is he has to stay here because he knows the controls better than we do. Sure, buddy. Keep telling yourself that. Because I'm out here risking my life while he's behind a computer screen enjoying life. Whatever. Let's get this adventure going. After seeing this new enemy type, we're going to travel a little bit further ahead to catch up to him and give him the old one-hit shot. It's pretty cool. Once we travel up to the new enemy type, it's an infected with an ass-face tentacles and spits poison at you from a distance. Of course this is going to be fun. Here's that one-hit shot combo. I love it. It's pretty cool. The one thing that's crazy is this guy has no freaking head, but he's still trying to come back to us. After we take out enemies, there is a cool mechanic where you get to stomp on them, and you'll get a random loot item, such as health, credits, or ammo. Also, in this game, a lot of the times when you're going from one area to the next, you're exploring these vents. You can get very familiar with them. So let's just get cozy in here. Let's play some sexy jazz music. After we get out of that hole, we come up to this new area where there's 2 enemies. Here, I just go on and stealth kill to save on ammo because at this point in the game, I think I'm going to be struggling with all the resources. However, at some points, I had way too many resources, and the Reforge centers are way too far between the areas. So I would be healing when I didn't need to. I would be dropping other resources for more expensive resources that I could sell. Now, before we enter this next area, Jacob needs to cut the health bar off this corpse, and these are going to be the collectibles we go for. Thankfully, in this update, there is a New Game Plus. So if we do miss them, we won't have to replay the game over again. I suppose, though, even if you were missing like the last collectible, you would still have to replay the game over because there is no chapter select. So if you are going to miss a collectible, make sure it's at the beginning of the game. Now that that's over, let's get back into our safe space and play our song. Get all nice and cozy. It is important to explore like all the vents and the side rooms and stuff because eventually you are going to find 2 different secret rooms. This is the first room that you can find in chapter 3, I believe. And the next one I don't think is until chapter 6. But once you locate both of the secret rooms, there's a trophy called the Calamity for figuring out what the heck's going on at Callisto. The next room we enter, we probably get the best weapon or utility in the game, the GRP. I highly recommend just maxing this baby out through your playthrough. It literally makes it so much easier. It makes the hard areas so easy. Like, just look how great this is. We can just pick up one of those losers, slam him at the wall, and hit him with a baton stick and KO. Oh wait, that's a trophy right there. Striking distance. Also, you can throw enemies into fans or spikes on the wall, and that'll earn you another trophy, Workplace Hazard. After we're done playing with our new toy, we get to meet up with Elias again, and this time he tells us we need to activate the shoe. So, we do this for another story-related trophy. Then Elias sends us to the shoe to find our 3rd member of the escape crew. What Elias failed to mention is that he sends us to a death trap. Before we even get across, the door opens up and 2 spit faces are there waiting for us. This is when the GRP comes in handy. You can literally just pick these guys up, drop them into the nothing abyss underneath us. Like, this comes in clutch in so many situations. Then, of course, the power goes out and we need to restart it. And of course, it's a loud noise. And what does loud noises do, everybody? Yes, it attracts all the infected. We have a battle to the death with the infected coming all at us at once. Remember how I said it's hard when multiple enemies are after you? But when you get a good weapon or like different materials to use, this is why I'm saying the GRP is goated. You can pick them up, you can throw them away. There's a bunch of hazard here to make this a breeze. Like, just having this GRP throughout your playthrough, it's just going to make it so much easier. Also, there's 2 trophies. One for using the environmental hazards. I think it's like 10 times killing them with it. And then another one for get a grip for just grabbing 25 enemies with the GRP. Quick note, did they nerf this area, or maybe I just wasn't using the GRP back when I first played this game on my old account when it was first released? Because I was playing on normal and I died here at least 15 to 20 times. However, playing on the hardest difficulty this time, I breezed through it and did not have any issues with it. I just wonder if they did nerf everything because it just feels so easy. I'm getting so many resources, and this is not how I pictured the hardest difficulty of the game. Also, I just want to add the fact that if you're close to dying here and then this motherfucker takes you out, you have to redo that whole part over again. Back when I first played this game when it first came out, this guy killed me and I had to redo that whole room. Dude, I raged. I was so upset. Now that we got all that done, it's time to get a third member of our group, and it looks like they're missing. No, Jacob, don't do it, you dumbass. Yep, we end up in the cell. Oh my god, it's our pirate friend from earlier. No, it's not the time for that. The only time we play that music is for vent time. Well, I guess that works. Well, like our good old friend Akon would say, we're locked up and they won't let us out. Then we get set down under. Also, I forgot to mention about these nasty ball sack monsters earlier, but man, you're just there minding your own business, and then like a damn vampire knight, they start sucking on your neck. God, I hate them. What a disgusting design. While making our way back to Elias, we finally see another security robot. There's a trophy for killing one of these. Now, you can get lucky when you hit him in the head, it can stun him for a second. However, if you miss, or he gets the first shot, it's game over. For defeating the robot, we get a trophy terminated, and we also get a decoder, which is worth, I think, 500 or 700 credits. I do have to admit, though, this game does have, like, some cool stuff that I really enjoy about it, like this room right here with, like, the trap that comes and just shreds you apart if you're in the way. Like, stuff like this I think is cool, and that's why I'm really looking forward to Deadspace to see, like, what this drew from it, because I always just heard Deadspace is a better game, so I'm really excited to test it out and see. Then, just when you think it's not enough, the game wants to add something else to you. Shoot the tentacles, it says. So, exposed tentacles will cause enemies to mutate. If you don't shoot the tentacle, this is what happens. They get super strong and super beefy, and will just freaking destroy you. However, we're a god gamer, and we don't have to worry about that. Now, before we can take the sewer path to meet up with Elias again, we need to drain it, but we have to wait for it to drain. And guess what? This is a little introductory to a new enemy type. The Stalkers.
Warning. Anomaly detected.
Now these guys are pretty annoying, but in this area, if you literally just pick them up with a GRP and you throw them over, it's game over for them. And thankfully there's only 3, unlike another part of the game that I won't mention. We'll save that for later. I do think this game does a good job with, like, some of the cutscenes and stuff. I just wish it was, like, more scary and not, like, I don't know. This game just isn't scary, man. But, like I said, I still wanted to play it, and I'm having a good time with it so far. After searching our way back to Elias, we end up in the sewers, and bad news, someone flushed, and now we're on the poo ride. This is actually a pretty cool part of the game, dodging the pillars, and all that. Oh, so that's how it's going to be. But this part of the game is pretty cool. Like, the graphics are amazing, and, like, sliding through it, it's just fun, honestly. Then, we reach the end of the slide, and we catch some company. No, damn it, you gotta stop playing this stuff when this stuff's happening. This isn't cool. Well, we have this demon on top of us. Eventually, we kick him off, and we make the jump for the chain, and look who's back for round 2. Thankfully, we send him to the abyss, earning us another trophy. without a paddle, which, by the way, is a great movie. Now we have one more big area we need to get through before we can meet up with our homeboy Elias. And this is another area too where I feel like they just nerfed it, because I struggled with this part during my first playthrough on my old account, but I don't think I upgraded the GRP at all. So at this point, when I have this, and there's like a bunch of enemies, like I said, dude, you just pick them up and you just throw them into that thing, plus you're grinding the trophy for the kills anyway. Like, it just makes it so much easier. And I don't know too, maybe I I'm a better gamer now than I was before, but honestly, it just made this part seem so simple. Just picking them up, throwing them, stealth killing, like, I don't know. I don't know why this game felt so much easier on the hardest difficulty. So if you guys know if they nerfed the game at all or anything, let me know in the comments. We eventually finally meet up with our homeboy Elias, and he's wearing some new gear. What the hell? I want to match with him. And of course, look who's back, our soccer friends. Why wouldn't they be? Thankfully, Elias is a true one, and he helps us out. You know, honestly, he seems like a really good guy.
Quick, get to the train station!
You know what? As long as Elias and I have each other, I think we're going to be okay. He's got some new uniforms. He found us a new uniform. We're about to look super cool. And I think we can take on the world, man. We've got this. Don't look behind me, right? Oh, God, it's Jane Franco's brother, and he's not looking too good. Oh, no. This asshole opens up the gate and sends Elias and I outside. We're thrown into the wilderness. When we awake, we're having some suit issues, but nothing helps better than stabbing our head. Now, I know I mentioned it before, but this game does look so freaking good, man. Just look at the scenery here. Like, I love this. However, one thing's still missing, and that's our boy Elias. Let's go search for him. Eventually, we hear him, and we rush to his side. His mask is broken, and he lets us know that we need to keep going, and he was happy that he at least got out of Black Iron.
It's because of you.
Oh my God, thank God, it's salvation. We're finally... Wait a minute, she just took Elias's health bar, and now she's driving away.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Damn it, she left us out in the cold once again. Damn, maybe one day we'll fall in love and leave this hellhole together. Well, I guess we should still get to the hangar anyway. We battle more creatures and eventually come to her room. And there's our queen. She's stuck in her room. We do the gentleman thing and battle the monsters outside. We use the power of love and friendship to vanquish any enemies that get in between us. Eventually we have a heart-to-heart and she gets us a shotgun for a peace offering. Then we head out on our journey together, and she brings us back to the old ship and unlocks our next story trophy, Return to the Crashed Ship.
I'll be back.
Now she finally gets to what she wanted when she was aboard our ship. She wants to check to see if we're hauling any chemicals or anything that we're not supposed to be. But we've just been hauling health items to planets. Now that we've cleared our name, maybe we're going steady now? Now we can get the hell off this planet, but before that, we get to earn our next trophy. In the pipe, 5x5. Of course, it can't be that easy. The warden shows up, and he fires at the aircraft that is supposed to be our ticket to freedom. The ship comes straight for us, and we make a run for it. Now this part's pretty cool. We're falling in deep space, and we need to make sure we do not hit anything, because of course, if we do, we die. However, we fall so deep we are introduced to a new area and a new enemy type. There are some blind infected that can't see you. You just gotta be stealthy in these areas. However, you're gonna be seeing these guys for a while. So in this section of the game, it's really easy to get the next trophy, giving back. All you have to do is stab 5 of these guys in the back. After God knows how many of those things we killed, we finally find the platform, but guess what? It needs power. Guess we're going back to the trenches, fellas. Which, activating the 3 breakers, does unlock us our next story trophy. Did you just see that guy come out of nowhere? What the heck? Oh, feels good not to be in the dark anymore. You do that dude just straight up disappeared. That was weird. Now, before we go back onto our machine of freedom, of course, someone wants to try to keep us there, but we need to get going. Sell everything that you have at this reforge, because there's going to be so many materials that are going to be on that platform that it's just best to do that. There's going to be plenty of ammo, plenty of the GRP stuff, there's going to be plenty of health, there's so many things, because guess what? We're finally getting a boss fight, baby. But use that reforge, and if we upgrade one of our weapons to the max that we can, like all the upgrades, we unlock another trophy. Let me just show you. Look at this. There's about like, I think 5 or 7 of these chests up here, and look at all the hand cannon ammo we're getting. We're going to get a bunch of GRP stuff, so that's why I just recommend, hey man, before you go do that, just sell everything you have, because you're about to get replenished right here. Then, of course, when this bad boy gets going, you know we're already in for a little arena fight. And this is when I'm going to emphasize again how much the GRP just makes this so much easier. You literally pick these guys up, you can throw them into the fan. It's just, I don't know how you would do this without it, honestly. It just makes everything so much easier, just throwing these mother truckers right out of the way. Just pick them up, boom, boom, boom. I think, too, this is why I didn't have such a hard time this time when I played this game, because, honestly, I would just use the GRP for everything. Then we get to see our mini-boss, the 2-headed freak of nature. It's actually so nice to see, like, a different variety of monster, and to have, like, a boss in this game. Because I've been feeling this whole time, I mean, I guess unless you count the, robot as a boss, I don't really think we've had any bosses. And honestly, the best way to do this is just what I'm doing here. Just counter them, shoot them, and use like these pillars as like a distraction. Then you just run up, smack them, and rip in half. Like, it's pretty easy little boss fight, and you know, it's nice to see a different variety type, even though we're more than halfway through the game and now we get to fight a boss.
And the business, we call the small shot.
Now, if he does get a hold of you, he is a one-hit KO, so he will kill you with one hit no matter what. That's why it's just best to keep your distance and fire from afar. And honestly, if you're really confident with your dodging skills, do that, because I mean, it's once you get like the dodging mechanic down, it's super easy and it will become your best friend. But after killing this 2-headed freak, we do earn another trophy. Eventually we meet up with Danny again and come to find out there's a whole colony of people living down here at one point. Just this little shanty town, which made me think of Red Dead, and how I really still need to finish that game at some point. Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. I really need to finish both of them. Danny tells us that she's been reliving the memories of the dead, and telling us exactly what's happened. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? We literally just fought you, and now we're fighting him again? And that's not even the worst part, guys. You literally fight this guy, I think 2 more times after this time. And it's like, dude, really? Like, it was cool the first time. I was like, alright, cool, a mini-boss. But then you give me the same mini-boss 3 other times in just different areas? It's just another thing that's kind of disappointing. It's like, you guys could have done, like, something so much cooler, man. Like, mix it up, man. Give me a different enemy type. It's not like there's that many enemy types in this game anyway. But I digress. Let's continue on. And then while we're exploring, we find this giant tent. What is really going on down here? It looks like they've been studying these creatures for a while. So what really has been going on at Callisto. Then once we reach the outside of the tent, we find the mother of all monsters and unlocks the trophy, What Lies Beneath, for finding the source of the infection.
An alien life form, released by the miners when they broke through to Callisto's subsurface ocean. It was dead by the time we arrived, killed by security forces. But for one,
Then we search the supplies that we dropped off, and we look and there's a hidden compartment. We find out what's really been happening. We've been distributing this virus to planets. It's been our fault this whole time. The whole reason the warden and the scientists were doing this is because they believe this is the next step in human evolution. God, if that's what human evolution looks like, count me out, buddy. We don't get too much time to think about it because, of course, James Franco brother comes back, Captain Ferris. He comes for a fight, but he looks jacked up on meth and Wheaties. Now, we have to battle him. This is also a good place to farm the perfect dodges. I got it earlier in the game, but I'm going to pop this trophy during this fight because I honestly forgot about it earlier. Float like a butterfly. The best way to take him down is just to do a little dodge, and then after your third one, just start beating the crap out of him, and then once you get him hit, just keep sniping him away, and just do this for a few times. Sometimes, though, he will just grab your baton stick and pretty much tell you to fuck off. Just like that. And he does so much damage, dude, it's crazy. I honestly don't even know how I survived this fight, because look how low my health is. Literally, a bee sneezes on me, bruh, I'm dead. I honestly thought I was dead right here. But thankfully, this is just how the scene plays out. We run, Danny comes rushing for us. Thank God, man. We try to tell him better luck next time, but he's got this grin on his face. Danny, why is this freak grinning like that? No, Danny! She's got one of the slug enemies sucking on her face! Unfortunately, Danny is now infected, and our goal is to get to the warden and try to heal her before she turns.
But soon she'll be one of us.
Unfortunately for us, we really don't get to make it that far until the security bots take us over and knock us out. And, well, the next thing we know is we're waking up in our cell. The only thing that's good about this is that it earns us another trophy. Full circle. Now, before we go rescue Danny, because Dr. Mahler has her, I just think it's so funny, dude, that, like I said, we fight this guy another 2 times, man. This guy just won't go away.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
After slaying all those infected in those 2 mini boss fights, we finally make it up to Mahler. And Danny isn't looking too good. Mahler says we have to get some of the alpha DNA, and we should be able to craft a cure for Danny. Before we do that, Danny and I share memories. And let's play it one more time. Danny wakes up and she said that she's ready to take this challenge on with us. But man, to be honest, she's looking like shit. And looking closer and closer to death. We should capture this, because this could be our last moment together, and I don't want to forget it. So I go to photo mode, and I take a picture to unlock the trophy mugshot. Danny isn't feeling too well, so she's going to take a rest before the final confrontation. Well, let's go do it. There's the warden. He's having a meeting with a bunch of mass freaks, and it says it's time for the ultimate survivor to take on his alpha. Holy shit, does he look like a thumb now. Hey Ferris, man, you're not looking too well. So, we have to take on him one last time. He has 2 phases. The first phase is pretty much the same as the fight we had before, just dodge, dodge, hit. Then, he transforms into something much greater. Transforms into this huge, nasty monster, and we need to take him down once and for all. And I'm going to pop the rest of the trophies here. It was for the collectibles, and then for beating the game, and then beating the game on the maximum security difficulty. I did miss one, so I had to do the New Game Plus. I missed one of the collectibles in the laundry room. Now let's get back to this boss fight. Now, again, this has been a common theme that I've been talking about, but for some reason, this fight was just not as hard as I remember it when I first played this game, and it was on the lower difficulty. So I don't know if maybe I just got better at video games in my old age, or maybe I just upgraded the right things. I don't know. But he does have some annoying attacks where he's spitting at you, so I try to like hover around the thing. You can also do the dodging when he comes up to you. That's also a good, like, makes it easier, I guess. But I just wanted to use the assault rifle so bad, so I pretty much just use that throughout the fight. And during it, he will eventually call upon the creepy crawly guys, and you can literally just pick those guys up and just throw it at them, man. Like, you don't even have to worry about it. Eventually, the ultimate survivor does beat the Alpha. And thank God. Because now, after the battle, we take him, we take his blood, and we get to make the serum for Danny. The warden says to give it to him, and we can have our freedom with the escape pod in the back. Danny tries to shoot him, but he's just a hologram. He was never there to begin with. We rush to the escape pods and give Danny everything she needs to take these people down with the evidence we provided. However, there's only one escape pod left, so we ship her off, and we stay fighting like the hero we pretend to be. Eventually, we get Jacob surrounded by bodies, and Mahler says there might be a way to leave after all. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Love y'all. And if you did make it this far, the Trophy Horror bonus video for tonight is going to be the Final Transmission DLC. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. And you know what? For the folks who stayed around for this long, let's play it one more time.
But I'm going to need your help.
After the jump scare, of course.